Hey, how we doing? Welcome, everyone. Welcome back to the stream for another day where we are going to be looking at the Bitcoin market. It's obviously a lot different to yesterday because we had a great recovery on Bitcoin, obviously leading to a pump on alts. The stock market is closing in on an all-time high as well. So things are heating up, that's for sure. I mean, things are getting more and more interesting, more and more volatile, which is obviously good for our standpoint as traders. And we will be taking a look at exactly what has happened. Also, we will look at what happened with the trade yesterday. I believe we got stopped out on our trade, I think, yesterday. Let me go and have a look. I think we got stopped out on it because it dropped, didn't it? And then we reversed. Let's see, yeah. So we got stopped out for minus 21.64 USDT in the end, which is a shame because obviously we had our take profit up at 104k, and this move down here to 99.6-ish wiped us out. So that was a shame, But we go again with today. Obviously, we'll be taking a trade a day. So let's put that into the spreadsheet. What was it? Minus 21.64. Yeah, loss. So we are on to Tuesday. So obviously we will take a trade again going into today's open based on the poll that we get when we put it in. And yeah, we'll see obviously if we can hit a winning trade today. I will also let you guys in the chat decide where we put our take profit and stop loss going into obviously leaving this trade open until tomorrow's stream. It would have been nice to have this, but either way, this trade would have closed. Unfortunately, obviously, yeah, we had it close at a loss. It would have gone to full take profit because we did have our take profit at 104k. But there we go. So we will go again, and yeah, we will see what is going on today. Let's see who we've got. We've got Crypto Nate. How we doing, mate? Great to see you. We've got Darshita from India. Okay. Thank you very much for joining. Loki, how we doing? Great to see you, mate, as always. And Gonksy, good afternoon. Good afternoon to you, Gonksy. How are you doing? Great to see you. Great to have you in the stream, mate. Always great to see you. But yeah, let me know what your thoughts on the market are. Obviously, a great bounce on Bitcoin yesterday. This was where we obviously tumbled down. Bottomed out at just around 99.6. So we got stopped out at 100. Just literally on this wick is where we got stopped out. Basically on this wick down is where we got stopped. But then the market obviously ripped. Stonksy went green on the 5-minute. Super movement. And there we go. Bang. Up to there we go. We will also be covering the CSE newsletter as well on stream today. That come out today. So yeah, we'll be having a look at that as well. And yeah, we'll just be having a look at the altcoin response and what stocks are doing as well. Obviously, I mean, Circle is down at 251 pre-market, so it's down pre-market. This got ever close, didn't it, to where I was looking at yesterday? Well, where I mentioned in the Discord about $300, and it hit it, and it's all the way down. I mean, that I didn't, unfortunately, I missed it. But that's already down 15%. So I think, I mean, you could now, obviously, I know we said it all the way down here, didn't we? I was looking for a top out when it was here, yeah. I mean, it's gone up massively since then, but, you know, you could definitely see with the way that the chart's looking out that this is potentially topped, which would be interesting. Obviously, a great short opportunity there up at that big round number, $300. But yeah, Bitcoin itself just starting to range a little bit, low time frame after obviously rallying up. Now we did get a similar sort of thing the other day on this, didn't we? Where we was, I think it was this day. No, it wasn't. Hang on. What day was it? Oh, it was this day, I think. Was it this day? I can't remember what day it was. Oh, it was here. This one. Yeah. This one. So we had a similar thing, a similar structure, didn't we? Here, where we rallied up hard, then low time frame distributed, and then slammed it down on and after New York Open. Now, obviously, if we scroll across, we've had kind of the same, obviously, big, strong rally up, and now we're starting to consolidate. Now, we don't want this to be low time distribution. We want this to be consolidation before potential another pump higher. But yeah, I recognized this kind of same pattern from somewhere recently. Afternoon, Dave. Are we all hoping for a dump? Well, I suppose that depends what side of the fence you're on, mate, doesn't it? What are you hoping for, James? Great to see you in the chat, by the way, mate. It's great to see you. Thank you for joining. Do make sure everyone goes and drops a like. Make sure you get your likes in. Let me know what you're hoping for, mate. Gangster Paradise, please say about ETH. I mean, ETH, great response. You know, great response to the diff. we was looking at this range here. So this is what we highlighted last week as the potential area to watch for a reversal upon a dip. So I think it was on Thursday or Friday. We were looking at where ETH could go to the downside. We obviously then came right into there here, and we've bounced pretty good so far. I mean, if you take just anywhere around there, that's 12-13% up from here. But yeah, ETH now has basically fully recovered nearly all of the dump. Obviously, this is where it started, bang, and then bang, there's the second one. So it's got a little bit to go. Now, this was obviously previous, what I have got drawn as anyway, the range support from when it was ranging in here for, what was it in the end, about 6 weeks, 7 weeks maybe. So as you can see, obviously, depending on where you draw it, maybe if we had the box drawn a little lower, obviously would have rejected here and rejected again. So there's definitely some resistance now, some SR coming in above where ETH currently is. Now, I suppose for anyone who's a pattern person, maybe sees that as a inverse head and shoulders. If you like your patterns, you can definitely see a reason why. You could maybe draw it as that. So there is that aspect to it, and obviously that would then, you would imagine, take us back above into support and then maybe start heading towards the range high. But yeah, I mean, regardless of whether you think your pattern or not, what do you want? Well, if you're bullish on ETH, you want it to, reclaim this level around here. So around the kind of like 2460 region, all the way up to around 2485-ish. Basically, you can look across, can't you? You can see all along here where it used this region's support all along here. Obviously dipped out a couple times, but always held it. So you definitely want it to hold back, get back into that grey box, hold, and then go above. To the downside, obviously there is plenty to potentially come and fill in. Could even have like a slight SR test here. Again, obviously, this was resistance, flipped it actually to support here. So we could come down and test that potentially as well. We wouldn't rule that out. Should Bitcoin take another dive down? But yeah, there we go. So that's my thoughts on ETH. And then, we've obviously got plenty of us to go through. But Sol has reclaimed what we was looking at. What we was looking at yesterday. And notice that Stonksy has gone green on Sol now. Obviously, the red background took us all the way down, and we have actually gone green now upon reclaiming as well this key support level in and around $141/$142. So all in all, this could be ready for at least a push up to maybe 150 towards 150 again. Or come and retest this supply zone up here. But yeah, back into the green on the 1 hour, which is great. I'm hoping for a dumpola party. Okay. Brucey. Oh, hang on. I'm just getting a call once. Oh, wait. That's gone off. Brucey boy. James says, I'm shocked we pumped so much when we are the closest to World War III we've ever been. I just can't see markets responding well for the next few months now. I mean, it seems like the markets literally don't care, innit? Like, it seems like the markets literally just don't care. Which is quite interesting, yeah, because, like you say, with how high tensions are and the uncertainty rising, even with this so-called ceasefire, is that actually going to hold? Is that actually going to hold, or already going to be beefing again soon? It's very odd. It does seem like the markets literally just don't care. Desperados, how we doing, mate? How we doing? Great to see you. Always great to see you, Desperados. Israel broke the ceasefire. Do you think a dump is coming? I think we are approaching a point where there's definitely a key piece of SR. I mean, I've had this area drew on as SR for a while, and I do think that this kind of 106.5 to kind of 107 region is very key SR for me anyway. But yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see a dump, because like you say, I mean, we can get anything, can't we? We could get anything. I mean, the markets have obviously dumped on the uncertainty, rallied on the ceasefire, but we're still stuck in a range. So it is literally just liquidity games. It's just liquidity games at the moment. But yeah, exactly. It's so odd. I think the ceasefire has been broken. Yeah, well, I think it was rumored to be broken, but I think Israel turned its jets around. I don't know. It is kind of odd. I mean, the markets didn't even really dump at all, did they? When you think about it, I mean, what did the S&P dump? Literally hardly anything. I mean, the S&P dumped, when was it? It was this one, wasn't it? Yeah, so that's where the S&P opened. It didn't even dump like 80 points. It didn't even dump 80 points on all that uncertainty. So that's when they opened for futures. And the S&P only dumped 1.1% basically. Bitcoin obviously dumped a little bit more because, you know, it was trading as it was happening. But again, you know, 4.5% dump on rising global tensions is not much, is it? So it is. I do find it fascinating how the markets have barely moved. So yeah, it is definitely interesting. But yeah, yesterday's poll we took along. The poll result was 50-50, so I just decided to go for a long, because obviously it was split 50-50, so it was long or short. I gave myself the executive decision. I went long, and we got stopped out on this dump here on this candle. I had the stop loss. I'll show you the trade for anyone that's only just joined. So we're going to be taking a trade every single day on stream based on your poll. So the poll that I put out for up or down on US Open, we'll open a trade. We will set stop loss and take profit, and then we'll leave it until the next day, unless obviously it triggers one or the other. But yeah, I was in from 101.5, and I had the stop loss down at 100k and the take profit at 104, which is a shame because yeah, I got took out by around $400 or $500 to the downside, but then obviously price just ripped. So what I'll do is we will get this poll in nice and early, because I want to open it like going into US Open instead of like right on it. So I want to open it around 2 o'clock each day. So go and get your vote in on the poll now. Make sure you go and drop a like as well. We've got 17 viewers and only 4 likes. So go and drop a like. I'm going to go and get my vote in. I'm not going to tell you what way I'm voting. But yeah, there we go. What have we got? Oh, bro, good morning. Good morning, Dung Schlung. How we doing, mate? Great to see you again. You're always good energy in the chat. Looking cute as usual, Stonksy. Thank you very much. You're making me blush. I just liked it because I think you're cute. Well, thank you, Dung Schlung. Thank you, Dung Schlung. What a nice thing to say. If only the world was full of people like you, wouldn't it be a much nicer place? Afternoon, Sean. Peace deal still intact, so we hopefully should see a pump on market opens. I don't know, you know. Because it kind of reminds me of this. Obviously, it's not. It's completely different looking, isn't it? But, you know, remember this that we had on Friday, and I can't remember what caused this. I can't remember what it was, But we got this mega pump in the morning. Then we just went sideways. And then on US Open, we just started dumping and dumped pretty hard. So I don't really know what to think, to be honest. I don't know what to think about it. But we'll be going with your poll anyway. So you let me know in the, you guys will be voting on the poll. Up, everyone's thinking up. Everyone's thinking up. Oops, I pressed up by mistake. Remove one up and add a downvote. Can you can change it, can't you, James? I think you can change it, you know. Can you not click on the poll again? And then just change your vote? I think can you not click on it and then just click the opposite one? Nope. All right then. Well, we'll have to take James's vote as up as down. So, do you know what? I'll just redo it because it's gonna get a bit messy. That. Let me, while we've got plenty of time, let me redo it. Sorry, everyone. Just go and vote in it again. Let me redo it. I'm going to go and put my vote in as well. Let's go and have a look at the 5 minutes. Oh, so the 5 minute has gone red. Well, everyone can get the vote in again anyway now. So we've got 9 votes. Oh, people are hammering the downside. People are hammering the downside on the poll. Loki says, I still think more upside, but could see some rebalancing today. Well, the thing is, yeah, you wouldn't be surprised if we went after some downside stops and liquidity, would you? So, we've obviously got plenty of stops lying below here. Obviously, this was the daily low. Here, all below here. We then come down, swept that. So we've definitely got more stops and liquidity below here, and then obviously you would just naturally say below there. Alternatively, obviously to the upside, we come up, made this high, and we've yet to sweep that. So, we'll definitely have liquidity above there and there as well. So you could easily see it maybe come and take that. But we are going red on the 5 minute as it stands. I am tempted to. There we go. I mean, we've got 11 votes already, and it's 73% to the downside. So, what would that be? Is that like 2 against 9? I think. I don't know. Already, we'll leave this open for a bit. But if down is going to get in, I would much rather get the short open while we're still around like kind of the mid-range of this low time frame consolidation. So while we're still around 105k, I don't really want to be entering down here as a short because we could hold obviously low time frame support. Alternatively, a little pump higher would be better to short from if the poll is going to come in down. But we've got 20 people watching, so I want you to do 2 things for me, you people that are watching. Make sure you liked. So make sure you get your like on and make sure you vote in the poll. We should have 20 votes in the poll. If we can get close to the max amount of viewers, I'll just go ahead and open the trade then. But I don't want to. It's only been going 3 minutes. Obviously, people have re-voted. I would inverse trade retail sentiment. Well, yeah, yeah. I mean, if it was up, thing is, yesterday I said I don't really want to short it. I want to long it, which we did, and it just so happened we got stopped out. But obviously, the idea was right that we were going to go up. It's just the fact we got stopped. But I was really like itching because the poll was voting to go short at first, and I was like, I don't want to short this. I want to long it, which obviously it worked out great. And again, it's kind of the same feeling today. I don't really want to long this. I think hedging your bets maybe to the short side is a better option. Loki said, could see a run of Monday's high before we reverse. Yeah, I mean, if we cleared these highs here, I think that, yeah, that is a point. I mean, we'd be coming into where I've got SR looking at. But I think, I mean, if I was looking at this anyway, because we leave the trade open, I kind of want to do a bit of wide take profit and stop loss. So I think I'd probably be looking at putting a stop loss around 107k anyway. I think. And then, yeah, I'll let you guys choose the take profit and stop loss. Hey, how we doing, Wizzo? Great to see you, mate. How are we doing? Great to see you, Wiz. Let's go and have a look. Should we have a look at what other ones are doing? Yeah, so we covered Sol before, didn't we? Yeah, really nice recapture of SR. B&B, nice bounce. Doge came in to our region here and has had a really good bounce as well. What we got? Adder. Yeah, I think, I mean, everything is likely to have had a decent bounce in it. Links on the up. AVAX. Sui's come back into SR here. So there we go. Retesting it from the upside again after breaking down. Rejection, rejection, rejection. We've rejected again. So there's Sui. What else? Got Litecoin back down into the 80s. I can't remember the guy. Does anyone remember the name of the guy that was all in on Litecoin from $80? Dot. God, look at Dot. Wow. Yeah, Dot testing that 2020 lows, weren't it? It was testing the 2020 price action, Dot. So far bounced, but not looking so healthy, I must say. Really nice trade on the 1 hour by Stonksy there. Yet to close out the red. Yeah, but does anyone remember the name of that guy that was all in on Litecoin and his average entry was $80? That was ages ago, that, and the guy is still up the guy's still up 5%. Meanwhile, altcoins have just been absolutely trashed. But he was all in on Litecoin from $80. And I think at the time we were streaming, it was up at around like 120, 130, maybe even $140. So it took a harsh retrace, but he's still not in a loss. I can't remember the name of the guy. Paul getting... Oh, look at that. Paul, formerly Matic, just getting absolutely trashed. Kaz has a nice reverse. Yeah, nice reverse on Kaz. Jupiter's had a great response on it. Obviously came back retesting its all-time lows. And has, yeah, had a really, really strong push-up. Arb is having a strong push-up. Look at that from Arb. Strong response so far. And it's been a strong response market-wide by the looks of it. Looks like it's been a strong response across the market. Inge up 7.5% today. Jasmine, do you remember Jasmine? Super response by Jasmine. Look at that. And Say, obviously, I mean, Say is now obviously becoming the strongest altcoin. Definitely on our watch list at the moment. Obviously had a great rally, didn't it, last week? And then it's continued that again. S for Sonic is up nearly 5%. Velo. If anyone's old school Velo bull. Zig doing all right. So, yeah. Some good movement on some altcoins and obviously some great, great catches by Stonksy. Let's see. Stop loss 106.354. Take profit $6.75. Where's the old fella that usually with you? Bloody hell. The old fella. Do you mean save with crypto? How do you know he's an old fella? Like, how would you even come to that conclusion? For all you know, he could be a 30, 40-year-old fella. Crypto. To be fair, I think he said a few things on stream, man. That kind of puts him in that realm of elder. His voice. Anyway, he only comes on Wednesdays, mate. He only comes on Wednesday, so he will be on tomorrow. Yeah, he's a great lad, isn't he? He's a great lad. My Say bag is looking very healthy, says Wiz. Yeah, great response from Say. Really, really strong. Yes, got a nice short at 106k last night. Very good. His voice, he's a great lad. Yeah, he's great. He is. He's a great fella. And SMFC's in. How we doing? Great to see you. Right, get your vote in. If you've just joined, get your likes in. Make sure you go and like the stream and make sure you get your vote in. We've got 21 votes. I mean, we may as well get the short on now. Should I put the short on now or should we wait? The thing is, we could maybe do something like this, couldn't we? Maybe we could run this collection of highs from the last few hours. We could even obviously run these before maybe looking down, or we could just open US and just go bang. See you later. What do you guys think? Should I open it now? I mean, the S&P has been just strong as hell, hasn't it? It has just been strong as hell. And it's not even, if we look at the daily chart now, it is so close to an all-time high, which is just wild. It is 1.23%, roughly. Like 1.25% away from creating an all-time high, which is just crazy, isn't it? Considering what's happened the last few months. Like now, it is up. From the bottom, the S&P 500 is up 26%. You know, that is in the span of 3 months. You know, some people, you know, like the old school traders, they would maybe even be lucky to do that in a year. You know, if you got like big size and you just like obviously trade TradFi, you know, say, you know, for someone who's got say $1 million, if you could do 10% and make 100k a year, you're happy, aren't you? Never mind doing 26% in the span of a couple months. Obviously, crypto has brainwashed a lot of us to thinking that like even 100% gain is a small amount. Dave, it's brewing on BBAI and Iron strapped in. Oh, okay. Open now. Wiz, what's your 250 IQ brain telling you about the macroeconomic situation? Do you want me to open the short now? Okay then. Where do you think? Where shall I put the stop loss? You guys tell me. You guys tell me. This is obviously the trade chosen by you. So the poll said down, so we'll go down. But where do you guys think we should put the take profit and stop loss? We did take a loss yesterday, for anyone wondering. So we got stopped out, unfortunately, for a $21.64 loss. Which is annoying because we actually would have gone to full take profit, but we got stopped out at 100k where my stop loss was on that stupid wick. So yeah, we go again today anyway. You let me know, what do you want to see? What should we put on the stop loss if we're going short? Let's make it a bit juicy. Let's go 10x today. What would the stop loss be at 100? How much would we lose? We don't want to lose too much. No, I see, it's too much that for what we're trading with. We'd be taking a bit of a hit there. Maybe we'll have to load the leverage down a bit. I kind of want to give it some room, to be honest. You guys, let me know in the chat. Yeah, my first trade on lev was 5,600%. I'm like, what's 5% a year? Yeah, exactly. But you know, for the old school TradFi people who just stick to TradFi and that, you know, some people aim for 5, 10, 20% a year, don't they? Depending on obviously the size of your book. You know, if you've got a couple mil, you know, that's all you need to go for, innit? Still see a lot of headwinds ahead. Not sure it's plain sailing. No, I don't think so. I'm stop loss 106.354, therefore I'll def get stopped out. So you want to make it like 106. 50x leverage. What do you think about Fed Chair Powell testifying in 1 hour? Not much, to be honest. He's just going to reiterate what he said. What he said, was it last week? He's literally just going to be asked questions, and Powell's very conservative with what he says. He won't answer any questions on Trump and stuff because he'll say it's not the Fed's position to get involved in politics. And he's just going to basically say they're still reviewing data. They'll just continue to monitor it. They're not going to make any rash decisions, stuff like that. It'll be boring. He's not going to say anything that will take anyone's head off. I'm 150x. Are you really? You madman? I think I should probably get this open anyway, shouldn't I? I'll tell you what. We'll cut that down to like 106.650. Oh, there you go. We better not get stopped out on this because I've burnt like a quarter of the account already. Go on then. What take profit should we have in? I'd be kind of interested in like a retest of this area. Like, let's go 103k. I think a retest of looking across here, obviously there, where we had support coming in here, then it was resistance all along here. Then we flipped it, tested it for support again here and here. So let's go with that. So trade is open. Let's fill in the. Oh, what did the poll close with? Hang on. Not that one. Oh, I've not closed the poll yet. There we go. Right. So the poll closed with. Is it going to give me the stats? Where's the stats gone? Where's the stats of the poll? Why have they gone? Why is it not putting the stats of the poll in? It was like 78%, weren't it? I think it was in the 70s. We'll go with 78. So we will do that. Now, what I want to do is I'll just quickly fill in this for the rest of the week. 26th of the 6th, Friday, 27th of the 6th. Oh. going on here? There we go. Anyway, there we go. So, yeah, we'll have them. And then obviously Friday's one will actually be leaving open until Monday. And then we'll have weekly stats. So we'll have one with weekly stats. We'll put it here, what we ended up with the week, profit and loss, and then, yeah, we'll obviously go again then. I don't know why it's done that. I don't know why it's done that. Why is it gone to the side? Let me try it again. I'll put fair. Why has it gone to the side? Don't know. Anyone let me know? Anyway, we'll see. So where's my... Well, I can't even remember where I put the stop loss. It was like, oh yeah, 106,650. If you do want to obviously trade anything today, do make sure you click the link in the description. It's also pinned in the chat. I will drop it in the chat as well. Sign up to BLOFIN. Create your account today. It's non-KYC. And yeah, you get yourself some great welcome bonuses as well. Also, BLOFIN's just fantastic. It's fine. It's good being different. Yeah. Yeah. We're definitely going to get stopped out on this trade again. Aren't we? You can just see it coming off, can't you? Just instantly just been railed by that push back up already. We better not get stopped out. I'd like to think not. What's this? Hang on. Is there anything going on? Is there any... I can't keep up with the news, mate. Fed Powell. So Powell says inflation eased significantly, but remains somewhat high. Yeah, I mean, we know that. Exactly. He's not going to say anything different. Powell reaffirms wait and see stance. Yeah, he's not going to give anything away, is he? I was thinking, you have to keep keeping an eye on the news, don't you? Just to make sure nothing's happened. Yeah, I don't think they're going to be in a rush to do anything, to be honest. On the bar at the top, there's an option for alignment. You need to put it on right align. BPN says, very big stop. You have, I think, lower the size maybe. Well, the reason it's a big stop is because we're planning to leave these trades open overnight. So I want to give it some excitement where, yeah, the stop is a bit wide, obviously a bit wide. We've got it coming all the way up here, but I want to give it some excitement where we can maybe comfortably leave these trades open for the whole rest of the day and night moving into tomorrow's stream. Because ideally, it will be quite fun to come back to the stream and the day before trade still being open, and then we can obviously then close it and then open the next one, which is my idea on having a bit of wide take profit and stop loss. Obviously, most of the time you'd like to think we might not hit both of them. Maybe one day will come and it might be 50% towards the stop loss. Other days it might be 70% towards the take profit. But the idea is that we'll open one of these a day and kind of just leave it to run and just see what happens. Yeah, maybe if we end up getting stopped out again, then yeah, maybe we'll have to lower the size of it because I'll have blew bloody a quarter of the account already. But it's only a small account anyway. We only started with $200, so we'll see what happens. At the moment, I took a $21 loss, so we'll see. If you end up taking the stop loss on this one, that'll put us at a $50 loss, and then yeah, a quarter of the account. So we'll see. Anyway, I think it should be. Yeah, I think it'll be fine. But just makes it a bit more interesting. We run Monday's high, in my opinion. Yeah, we definitely could. Powell is talking. He is. He's opening his mouth. Smash the like if you would buy Bitcoin. Well, walk it. Oh, yeah. That'd be nice. If you kept doing them, your account might be dry quick, but fair enough. Yeah, maybe. I'd like to think that we wouldn't get stopped. We wouldn't get stopped each time, no. Yeah, we'll see. I mean, really, the reason I've given a bit of a further stop loss is because we do something like this. Is obviously I want to open the trade moving into US Open, so I don't want to open it like 5 minutes before or whatever. I want to have it open, so obviously we get some sort of build up. But I think we could definitely get this, like Loki's just said, running the Monday high here. You know, that would be 106, say 100-ish. We might spike it a little bit more to 106 to 250-ish. So my stop loss is up here. 106, 650. So I don't want to get took out on a move like this if it happens. But obviously that might only happen, you know, say 20 minutes into US Open, half an hour, when maybe we're even coming off stream. So just need to set the parameters good enough that the trade may stay open moving into tomorrow. And then so be it. If we take small profits and small stop losses. What was the entry? Just below 105k it was. Yeah, just below 105k. Let's see. Yeah, 104,959. We are into a red background on the 5 minute, which if we get an arrow confirmation coming in would be interesting then. Would definitely support our short, that's for sure. Mine's better than 105,225. Oh, nice. Well, at least we're all going together. Where's your stop loss, SMFG? Where's your stop loss? Make sure everyone goes and drops a like on the stream. Make sure you subscribe. You people on X, make sure you come over to the YouTube channel and drop a subscribe as well. And hang on a second. Hang on. Let me just load something up. I did upload a new video today, so come and check it out. Trading bot profits, Stonksy bot performance update. Make sure you come and give it a look. Come and give it a go. Please come and give it a watch after the stream. It would be massively appreciated. No stop loss. I'm raw dogging it. Oh, nice, nice. Well, hey, what would you do, SMFC, if I just raw dogged this whole account? And I'm not talking about just the margin in this trade. I'm talking about the actual whole account. What would you do if you just logged on one day and had just raw dogged the whole account into one trade? What would you do then? Short order at 105, 300. See, I've gone a bit early. I'll be the sacrifice. Don't you worry, guys. Don't you worry. I'll be the sacrifice. So you're saying I need to do something here to align it. Is it this one? There you go. Yeah. Okay. Well, that was easy. Sorted. Does anyone else just get hit with loads of like AI bots constantly on Twitter? Are we getting any interesting news? You have to keep an eye on Twitter now, don't you? Well, X, for any breaking news. Depends if it wins or loses. Yeah. No stop loss. Can you even sleep on that? I suppose it depends on how much margin there is, doesn't it? How are you, Mr.? I'm fine, thank you, Shivan. I'm fine. Can you look at Peanut? Thanks, I can do that for you. I can do that for you. Yeah. So Peanut. So we did. Oh, see, look. Do you guys know how often I see this, right? So how often I log in, well, not log in, but load up a chart like this, see price coming to exactly where I planned, well, analysed on stream, then just obviously never took the trade, and then it actually comes off. Like here, Peanut, another example. If I would have had a buy order at that line, it obviously dipped a little bit below by a couple of percent, but that's 15% up. Same for ETH. You know, I'll go back to Peanut now, but look, same for ETH. Exactly where we was watching. Here. Now, if you would have got in a little bit conservatively, buy order on the black line, there we go, bang. That's like 15% up as well. It always happens, and I never learn. Obviously, just like, you can't set orders for everything, can you? But the amount of times I see this, honestly, I'd have made a lot more actually just following my drawings than not following them. But yeah, there we go. So Peanut, anyway, where does it come from? Well, basically, it's got obviously close to coming back to the origin, but more importantly, it's SR tested this area here, which obviously was resistance. So resistance all along here. We eventually distributed down. It took a long time. It took, nearly a month and a half. Distributed down slowly. Come back in, tested, held it on the daily, and then bounced. Now, scroll to the 1 hour. Stonksy has been shorting this all the way down constantly. So there we go. Bang, bang. We're now looking like we're reversed. It's come out of the red. If we go to, say, something like the 4 hour, we're still red on the 4 hour from all the way up here. But, yeah, given that it's held this on the daily, I think we've got, obviously, some key resistance up here at 24.5 cents, by the looks to me. So, from here, we want to hold, obviously, if the market takes a big poo again, and Bitcoin goes back down, Peanut ideally holds this level where it's obviously coming with demand. If it falls below there, this stands as another area, because obviously we'd be back to the origin then, so I would assume you'd like to think that we'd get a bounce from there as well. So to the downside, yeah, it's imperative we hold here, or last chance saloon obviously is here. To the upside, obviously we could trade it up, but up, the closer you get towards 24.5 cents, you slam into this resistance, you flip this resistance, and then you start to then come and fill in all this, and you probably come back towards, 30, back towards 30, wherever you want, in and around 30 cents. So yeah, that is what I think. Yeah, currently, as it stands, obviously wedged right in the middle, as you can see, right in the middle between resistance, turned, and then support down here. So right in there, we also do have support drawn here by Stonksy on the 4 hour, so I definitely wouldn't ignore this, but obviously that is pretty close. talking about extremities and move depending on what Bitcoin does. But yeah, that's what I'd be looking out for. And then alongside, obviously, watching for some confirmation on Stonksy. As you can see, we traded it. This is on the 5-minute, and these double confirmations that we look for. There you go. Background color change, bullish arrow, bang, trade all the way down. Catch all the drop down, flip into the green. Green arrow comes in straight away as well. Trade it all the way up. Now, we have swapped into a red background with a red arrow straight away. So that is quite interesting to see on Peanut. But yeah, definitely be looking at your Stonksy. Definitely be looking at your Stonksy. Now, I have, for you fine people, I have a bit of good news. Oh, there you go. You have to keep an AI on it. See what he did there. Shivan says, I bought like you said. My order was 1835. Really? Are you the guy that kept asking? I know someone kept asking about Peanut constantly. So your order was all the way down here. What, you timed the bottom? You got in there. That's fantastic. Well done. What, so you actually used my analysis to buy in? That's great. Well, congratulations. You're up 20%. That's super. Very happy for you. There you go then. Now, what I do want to show everyone, which I'll just pull up now. Just remain patient with me 1 second while I pull it up. Newsletter. Because I have, for you people that haven't tried Stonksy yet, I've got a nice little offer for you. More than the one than I normally show you on stream. So, obviously, CSE newsletter goes out every Tuesday. Me and Spud, most of you probably know Spud, put it together. So we'll run through the CSE newsletter. Make sure you do sign up to this. You can find it. I think you sign up to the newsletter on the website. It is free on the CSE news site. Anyway, we'll go down. So obviously there's Bitcoin wobbles but stays sturdy. So obviously Bitcoin, aggressive drop, strong recovery, but coming into obviously supply up here. Then the example of the double confirmations on the 5-minute chart, which we look at all the time. Now, there was a special offer put in a newsletter, which is only going to be running for probably today and tomorrow before it expires, the code, because obviously give people time to read the newsletter. But there is a newsletter exclusive. Obviously, we're looking at the newsletter now, so I'm showing you fine people of where you can get 40% off your first month. Yes, that's 40% off your first month. So this plan here on the Stonksy website, obviously we have been offering 20% off, but in a newsletter exclusive, we've been able to offer 40% off the first month. So yeah, if you do want to take advantage of that, it is code news40. So obviously for you people that are watching the stream every day, or maybe this is your first time viewing, and obviously you want to come and take advantage, you do get full access to the indicator, oscillator, Discord server, and trading bots as well. Obviously you can find more about the trading bots. So obviously I've just released a video today on that, but there's plenty on there, or you can obviously ask in the Discord when you join. But yeah, that is news40 code. So if you want to join Stonksy, obviously now is an even better time. That code will expire after tomorrow. So there you go, a bit of nice extended discount for you people. Maybe been mulling over joining Stonksy. There's how you can get yourself an extra 20% off your first month with obviously 40% off. So yeah. There you go. I will stick it in the There you go. I've stuck it in the chat anyway. But yeah, you find people watching. If you want to take advantage of that, go ahead. Let's carry on with the stream. So we've got 25 minutes until we get US Open. Bitcoin is climbing steadily. Bitcoin is climbing steadily, so we'll see what we get. I am just going to have to take a quick call, so don't go anywhere. I will be back in just a second. It's an important call. I missed it about 20 minutes ago, so I'm just going to have to give him a quick ring back, but it won't be a minute. In the meantime, make sure you drop a big like. Make sure you subscribe. You people on X, make sure you head over to the YouTube channel and subscribe. I'll be back in just a second. Obviously, I'll leave the chart on. Well, they didn't answer, so I assume I'm going to get another call back in a minute, is what I assume. But we'll carry on with the stream until then. Hopefully they don't ring me back around US Open. Let's see how the trade is doing. So we're currently minus nearly $4, which is not bad. Let's see how it goes. Any altcoins you guys want me to look at? Obviously, the S&P 500 is rallying. Now, interestingly, we had the green background come in with there's the arrow confirmation as well. So, obviously, a good example of it working on other things apart from stocks, apart from crypto. I did cover that as well in this video here, Day Trade with Stonksy. I covered gold, FX as well in that. Yeah, this is obviously on the S&P. Now, we did obviously rally fantastically so far since yesterday. But we are now coming into a red background, which is interesting on the 5-minute because that is what Bitcoin did as well. Let's see what crypto stocks are doing. So Coinbase is up to 311, so up a bit pre-market. Circle. Hey, Wiz, look at that. Guess what, Wiz? I didn't take the short. If you're still in anyway, Wiz. I didn't take the short, yesterday on stream when we were saying, it was I think it was in the Discord, weren't it? Actually, we were saying, if it gets anywhere near $300, probably good for a short again. No, I didn't short it. And look at that. Right towards $300 and down heavily pre-market. Obviously, since the yesterday top, it's down nearly 20%. Pre-market, it'll be down like, what's that? Like 5%, something like that. Yeah. I mean, I think you can put a reasonable case together where this maybe has completely topped out now, potentially. Just seems like one just big bubble of a rally, doesn't it, on Circle? I mean, look at the state of it. So, yeah, I'm gutted I never got into that, but yeah, there we go. Thank you so much, bro. I make a good profit because of you, kind gods. Well, thank you very much for your kind words. I mean, I'm glad I've been able to help you with that. If you do, obviously, want to take advantage, Shivan, get your 40% off your first month for Stonksy. Come and try Stonksy, the full package. You get 40% off with code NEWS40. So when you come onto the Stonksy website, you'll find it in the X account bio. Come on, click start now. And then it's this one that you want, and obviously anyone else. This monthly plan here. And it is code NEWS40 at checkout for 40% off your first month. So anyone that's watching that hasn't joined Stonksy yet that wants to, obviously now's the time to do it because this will probably go off after this week. I think I said I was going to take it off after last week, but I've left it on. But this code that was only put in for the newsletter expires after tomorrow, so it'll just automatically expire. So yeah, there's not long to take advantage of that. But yeah, Circle doing great things. Let's go and have a look at the Mag 7 pre-market. We've got Nvidia all the way up at 145, so that's just over $1 up today. Apple is up, up over $2. Meta is up. Oh, a big push on Meta, 705, so that's nicely up as well. What is Meta up? Tesla ended yesterday up 8%. Meta's up 1%. Microsoft is up slightly. Amazon is, where is it? Oh, all the way up at 212. That's good. Tesla's back up. Look at that. 355 pre-market. And yesterday finished 8% up. So it's up nearly 2% pre-market. Again, just look at the volatility on it. I mean, that is mega, isn't it? Considering where it was. You know, it's nearly back at its local high from May. Insane. I mean, the swings on this thing are crazy, aren't they? There's BBAI. Oh yeah, all the way back up at 423. Weeble still not doing anything. I'm not in that anymore anyway. Yeah, I mean, looking at Bitcoin, you would think we're maybe going to get some volatile move coming soon with how much it's compressing low time frame. With how much it's compressing low time frame, you think US Open's prime maybe to bring in some volatility. Oh. Currently, the position is not too bad. Not too bad at the moment. But yeah, let me know in the chat. What would you guys like me to look at? Give me some tickers you want me to look at. If you want, anyway. If you want me to look at any, let me know. And I shall do that. Obviously, if you haven't dropped a like, please do drop a like, but I'm guessing most of you probably have. Yeah, we've got just over 15 minutes to go. Let's go and see if we've had any more Powell comments come through. What's this? No, it doesn't look like we've had any more headlines. Oh, Polymarket nears 200 million fundraising at a valuation over $1 billion. Wow. Look at that. No, there's nothing really else coming through, is there? Interesting to see about Polymarket, though. Very interesting. Delta, how we doing? Afternoon, chaps and chapesses. Is there any chapesses here? Not that I know of, mate, no. Not that I know of. Tell you what though, the chat S's will be rolling in tomorrow when Save's back on stream, won't they? The chap S's will be all over him like flies around poo. Let's see what Bitcoin's currently returning for the month. So we're actually positive now, plus 0.5%. Now, as you can see, this is clearly our most boring month in terms of movement away from the monthly open. I mean, March ended minus 2.3. But I mean, this month we're plus 0.5%. So barely any movement away from the monthly open as it stands. Let's have a little look-see at... Yeah, so liquidity is as we expect. Obviously, liquidity above that the Monday high, but obviously also above the current highs in this distribution range. So above here and above here. Let's have a look at the 3-day. So we did come and take out a big cluster on the move up. We don't have any hotspot as of now on the 3-day, but we do have obviously something heating up again above the Monday high all the way up towards my stop loss, of course. Let's have a look at the 2-week. Yeah, again, no hotspots on the 2-week. But we do have obviously something brewing there at my stop loss again. Of course. Of course. We'll soon see anyway, won't we? I've got a nasty feeling that I'm going to get stopped out on this again. Twitter is such a hole right now. I've totally stopped using it. Yeah, it's really bad, isn't it? I only really use it to look at anything like newsworthy. I think overall CT is just kind of like in a hole, innit? Like it's literally just full of like AI bots. Like it is literally just AI bots. It seems like there's like, yeah, it seems like there's no real like proper people. I mean, for those of you that were around during the time, you know, the 2021 bull run, even obviously going into 2022, before everything really melted down. But even when it melted down, you know, CT was like alive. You know, you had people, you know, replying to tweets, engaging in discussion. Now it's just like kind of just full of AI bots, isn't it? Shame, really. Do your stop losses using the heat map? No, don't know. It just so happened that all them was it right where I've put the stop loss on today's trade, which is not going too great at the moment. Yeah, it's not going too great. Maybe we'll have to come to some sort of decision, because if I'd have waited a bit, then yeah, I would have got a much better entry. It does look like it's going to squeeze up, doesn't it? It does look like it's going to squeeze up. But we're in it now, so we've got to ride it out. We've got to ride it out. It's what you guys chose to go on a short, so we will ride it out regardless, and if we need to, we'll suffer together. Do you use the heat map? Oh no, you've already put that. It was buzzing. Now it's engagement farming. Chat, yeah. Oh, it was good, wasn't it? Yeah, it was great. It's like you could go on there and, you know, you'd have actual people replying to things. Like, for example, let's go and find something on my news feed. Right. Let's find something on my news feed. There you go, the moon. Oh no, that's the moon show. Right, that's not got that many followers. Ansem. One of Anthem's tweets. Look at all this rubbish. Look at all this rubbish. To be fair, a lot of them actually may be actual people, because I know like he tweets loads. I want to find something where it's just obvious exactly what is mostly full on CT now. Like this. This is an example, isn't it, of one of these AI bullshit replies. You know, something about say. Oh, hang on, I'm just getting the call back. I won't be a second. Just need to take this call. Right, that's all done. Thank you for bearing with me. That was an important call I had to take. So yeah, thank you for bearing with me. Oh, we've come back down. Oh, okay. Well, this is looking spicy. Have we had any more news? No. Also, that's not possible, by the way. Just reading that. Trump can't fire Powell. I don't know. I just seen that tweet there by Jack. Trump can't fire Powell. He doesn't have the he doesn't have the power to do that. Otherwise, he would have already done it because he doesn't like Powell. So yeah. Was your dealer able to deliver in the Yeah, just hang on a sec. Let me just get some. Behave you. It wasn't that type of call. It was actually an actual, an important call. So yeah. Don't be saying some naughty things that aren't true. We are heading down now, aren't we? On this candle. We're back into the green. We're back into the green on the trade. Would you believe it? Look at that. There we go. We've got 5 minutes to go till US Open. Make sure you are liked. Make sure you subscribe. And of course, make sure if you do want to come and trade alongside me, you do sign up to BLOFIN if you haven't. It is non-KYC, so you create an account with just an email. And it is a superb, fantastic exchange. And obviously, you get yourself some nice welcome bonuses with that Stonksy link as well. So please do come along and join me. And we're back into the red. And we're back into the red. Oh well, doesn't matter. Let's see. I'm feeling that we're gonna get a win today, people. Feeling like we're gonna get a win. Let's see what is. I'm interested to see what has been moving. Obviously, I don't have everything in the top 100 on my watch list. Oh, Euro is back up 13%. That is on my watch list. I missed that. Oh, just got. Oh, never mind. Hang on. Does that need refreshing or something? Right. Okay. Never mind. That was all completely wrong. So say, yeah, big gainer, 42% in the past 24 hours. Whiff back up massively. SPX 6,900. Yasmin injected. We covered these on thing. Virtual, that's one I don't have. Jupiter and Sonic, we looked at them. Yeah, Arbitrum, we looked at all these. I think what we discussed on memes may actually start to become true. So I always go back to this bonk one that I drew. Always go back to this bonk one if it's still on here. Yeah. Look at that. There we go. So that's what I was looking at on bonk for a while. And obviously similar reflecting in other memes as well. The idea was that these memes would get a significant push to the upside, which would lead to just a macro lower high, and then they distribute back down, which if you look, exactly is what took place. Now, obviously, there's a few outliers like SPX, just insane strength, but even that pulled back, massively, didn't it, from where it's topped out at. But if we go and have a look, all these ones have rallied up massively and then fell off and basically gone back to where they started. Obviously, minus coming back to the April lows, but these big impulses that they had, they've just put in lower highs. Even technically, Fartcoin has put in a lower high as it stands. Lower high, whiff. There you go. Came into, yeah, bang, bang. Thank you very much. So yeah, it'd be interesting to see where these memes go from here. Because yeah, while they rallied loads, they have pulled back like 50% or more. So we'll see in due time anyway. We will see in due time. If we get stopped out, it was someone else's fault. Well, if I get stopped out, I'm just going to blame you guys. Because I just took a direction on the poll. Just arrived. Did you do a poll for the open? I did, mate. Yeah, so the poll is short. Well, the poll was down. So I'm currently in a short. Yesterday, I ended up getting stopped out before the position actually went to full take profit. So it stopped me out and then actually went to where I would have had the take profit. So, yeah, we took a loss yesterday. So today, currently in from a short, as you can see there, we've got the stop loss and take profit in. Basically a 1R trade. We're risking pretty much the same on the stop loss nearly as the take profit. So 1R roundabout. Yeah. Hey, I didn't vote down. I don't know who vote. I don't see who votes down and up. I just go with the majority. The majority was oh. There we go. We're open. We are open to 0, hopefully. I think we need a crypto reset to undilute the market. Yeah, definitely. There's no doubt about it. 99% of stuff in the market needs to die off to give like a proper reset and really to condition people's minds again onto why you know why you invest in a coin in it and stuff, but also to get rid of the bad actors, to get rid of just people making a project for the sake of making a project, raising all this VC money or raising, however projects raise money, just to then literally launch a coin and then dump it. So, how many layer 2s do we have? How many, bogus, just rubbish, just unnecessary things do we have in the market that just have a token just to raise money? That type of stuff is what needs to be flushed out before I think we get like a proper market back again, like 2021 style, because there's just too much rubbish, isn't there? I voted down. Ring that bell. Oh, I gave it a good ring for you, Bobby boy. Not reset just yet though. I'm bullish, but sure right now. Oh, what if we did reset right now? What would you do? What would you do, BPN? We're not really doing much on open, are we? I'm short, so be rich. Well, there you go then. Well, no complaints from you then, BPN, is there? No complaints from you. For those of you that missed it as well, you can get 40% off your first month of Stonksy. So I did, we did a newsletter exclusive for the CSE newsletter today, where there's an exclusive offer of 40% off the first month. Obviously, like we've been running the Bot 20 offer on the Stonksy website, this is a 2-day running code just for obviously the CSE sponsored newsletter. So that is 40% off the first month. So it's only off the first month, but obviously if you've been looking and wanting to try Stonksy, now is the perfect time. Same way as well, obviously on the monthly plan, and then pop in the code in at checkout. But yeah, I thought I'd share that with you guys because obviously I know there is people that watch that maybe haven't took the bite yet. So if you do want to take advantage, you can. But that one, unlike the Bot 21, which hasn't expired for a while, that one will be expiring. Does anyone know what's going on with Phantom Wallet? I was on it before. Why? What's up? I was literally looking at it before. What? In what aspects? What's wrong with it? Go on, Bitcoin. You're saying, you're going to go on to the downside, is what you're saying. Oh, look at that. 24. Oh, cheeky. $0.50 in profit. Woohoo! Look at that. Oh, we're now $1 in profit. Oh, we're rolling in it. We're rolling in it. Lincoln Harvey coin levels, please. Says Harish. We can look at that. We need a Stonksy TP. Well, I've got my TP down at 103k. You want me to look at Lincoln Harvey? Okay. Start off on the daily time frame. Yeah, it starts off on the daily. So we have clear SR coming in just below the $14 level. This is obviously where price needs to reclaim on the daily. We then have another level up here around 1550, and finally here. So if you're bullish, literally, just to put it the easiest way, if you're bullish, you want to reclaim this grey box. You then want to obviously price to start heading towards here, reclaim here, and then head towards the blue box, which is up here, and then obviously above there is kind of then full steam towards $20, and then above there is up towards 25, in my opinion. So yeah, that's kind of the stage. I think for Link, it's definitely just like a level by level play at the moment. You know, just 1 level, 2 level, 3 level, 4 level, 5, just level by level, nothing too strenuous, nothing too hard. To the downside, I did have this level, which did actually act quite well for a while, but I don't know really if that's kind of invalidated now, and we maybe need to move this somewhere else, because it seems like price is cutting through this pretty easily. Maybe we just get rid of that full stop, and maybe bring this up somewhere. Let me see. Let's go across and have a look. Yeah, maybe we'll just leave it there anyway, because we tested that. I mean, to the downside, yeah, you know, you want to hold, obviously, any retest of this April low. Otherwise, you know, we maybe even be looking down towards $8, which I don't think is. Maybe we're looking at 9.5. Probably should have just left that where I drew it, to be fair, but there we go. So yeah, that's what I'm looking at. What we're looking at on Stonksy on Link. We are into the green background after falling off, so that is good. Obviously pushed up a little bit from there. So a nice start to bullish momentum. 5 minute, we've caught. Dropped perfectly on Saturday. Bang, there's the double confirmation. Bang, down we go again. Red background, red arrow, bang, down we go. You can see it again here, bang. We caught this pump up here. So it depends how far back you want me to go. But 5 minute doing absolute work there on Link. Bitcoin's looking like it's back up. Where's Arve? Arve is here. So again, superb by Stonksy on the 5 minute double confirmations. There's two big ones there, bang, to the downside. This one caught a nice little relief bounce, but obviously this one was the one. Hit that pump up yesterday through to today. If we do look on the 1 hour, we can see that we've been catching, obviously, the whole pump up from when this began in April, catching it stage by stage. And then we did top out here. Obviously caught this last rally, topped out, down, and then obviously this most recent one. Caught it all the way down from 280, all the way down to low 200s, and we have flipped into the green now. Now, if we look at the daily chart on Arve, you can see we came in, retested this demand zone here. Let me get rid of these. Get rid of. Yeah. So we came in, retested obviously demand where price found support on the daily time frame while it consolidated there. Retest and bounced. So from there, if we're looking at it on, say, the 4 hour, we're coming up to here. I mean, we have got probably a pretty sticky little bit here, haven't we? Round about here. Obviously, this was used as support, and then we bang resistance all along here. So this is a bit of a sticky bit for it. And then I think, obviously, if we get above there, back up towards 291 is obviously, and then another sticky bit. So that would be, you know, another decent run from there on. But I think, yeah, it's currently testing potential resistance. So there we go. Oh, we're back up on Bitcoin. So my trade is getting rinsed again, isn't it? We have had the red arrow come in, though, so I'm keen to see what happens this afternoon. Don't spend it all at once. I'm long, says Loki. All Chippy and Bevo have disappeared. Oh, sometimes Phantom does that. So if you just like refresh it, Delta, or if you just go and click on Jupiter, or even, you know, the swap function inside Phantom. So go onto Jupiter or inside Phantom, go on the swap function. You'll still be able to click them and obviously see the dollar value and stuff like that. Sometimes it's weird on Phantom, yeah. Sometimes like it just, for any low caps, it just kind of disappears for a bit. Don't know why, but yeah, they'll still be in there. It'll just fix itself. Well, unless it's actually a problem within Phantom, but I find it just normally fixes itself. Oh. Oh. BPN says when 92k. I don't know. I mean, at some point, I mean, obviously we can't speak in certainties, but at some point, I think personally, you know, we'll definitely close that gap down on the CME, which is down towards 91, 92k in it. I mean, I suppose, regardless of what you think in terms of like this cycle, whether you think we go higher or lower. So obviously we'll have some people maybe think we go to 120, 130, maybe even some people think we go to 200. Alternatively, there'll be people think that we've topped out now. But regardless of that, I think everyone can answer this question. If/when we get obviously the bear market to return, which I believe obviously it will, where do you think Bitcoin bottoms over the next like year or two? So is my question to the chat. So obviously, regardless of what you think, whether we've topped out yet or not, over the next 1 to 2 years, where do you think Bitcoin goes back to on the chart to find like a high time frame bottom? So whether you think the top is now and this is it, and then we will enter a high time frame downtrend, or you think we go up again first and then top out and then drop back down over the next 1 to 2 years, where do you think Bitcoin settles for a bottom on a high time frame? I'm interested to know. Let me know in the chat, because obviously you'll have people thinking that we're never going back to 60k, we're never going back to 50k, maybe even some people thinking we're never going back to 70. Or maybe you think we go lower. Maybe you think we go to 30 or 40. I'm interested to know. Let me know in the chat. BBAI running hard. Yes, Wiz. 50k says Cryptogenic. NBIS printing. Nice. I think we clip 40 to 60k levels. VPN says 60k, maybe lower. Bear market, we will go lower than most think. Yeah. I mean, if you look at it on the weekly time frame, and most people will probably laugh at this. You know, most people would actually probably laugh and maybe call me insane. But when you're looking at it on the weekly time frame and you remove all emotion out of it, so literally just remove all your emotion and you just look at the chart, I even think there's probably prospect to go back down towards like 30k. I mean, it's literally just a chart at the end of the day, isn't it? But I mean, that is obviously a strong piece of SR there. A hell of a strong piece of SR. So a retest of that would be a high time frame bottom, you would assume. Obviously, below that, it gets really hairy. But, you know, you remove all emotion out of it and, you know, you don't become attached to the fact that, you know, everything will get obliterated and stuff and you just view it as a chart. You know, that is obviously like a key retest area for the price, and it's like a magnet. You see all the attraction to price all along here. Retested it again here. Resistance here. Resistance, breakthrough. And once we broke through there, obviously, we never had a retest again. Alternatively, obviously, you know, you can look at it and you could say, well, you know, there's obviously good scope for in and around, yeah, like this 40k up to 50k region, yeah. Just think it's interesting to maybe prepare for. Because obviously at some point, you know, Bitcoin has been in an uptrend for 2.5 years. At some point, momentum obviously will run dry and people will run out of money. Like MicroStrategy will run out of money. Metaplanet will run out of money. They're basically just holding up the market at the moment, aren't they? You've seen it? I've not looked at it, mate. I'll look at it now. 70. We never go as high as people think. We never go as low as people think. Very true. Very true. Although, I do think most of the time, SMFC is. While that's true, I think hitting the downside is a lot easier to go lower than people think, if you know what I mean. So obviously, we do, you know, you have people calling for 200, 300k. You have people calling for 1 million and stuff, don't you? Which is just ridiculous at this stage. But I think, you know, you'll have a lot of people saying we're never going below 80k again and stuff like that. I think it's easier to go lower than people think. Like if you look back to the last bull market, people would never have probably said, you know, when we was up at 60k, 50k, if you would have said we're going below 20, I think I would probably say at least 95% of people would say, no, that's never happening. No, never. I don't think many people would have expected below 30, below 20 last cycle. But yeah, I mean, it's definitely an interesting discussion point, isn't it? Let's see. Oh yeah, look at that! Wow, what a ripper! Look at that, 16% up. Everything's ripping. Even Weeble's ripping. But look at that. There it goes. Full bull mode. Full bull. And now it's above that. Obviously, there's not really much there, is there, at all? It was just one trip up, one trip down. So there's not really much stopping it when you look at it like that. But yeah, I mean, what a move today that is so far. Bull market, we will go higher than most people think. Bear market, lower than most people think. Nobody thought we would have hit 3.5k in COVID, and no one thought we would go below previous all-time high. Yeah, I think it's it's definitely a potential. I think you just have to prepare yourself for any scenario, don't you? Historically, Bitcoin usually drops between a quarter to a third of all-time high price. Thoughts, Dave? Yeah, that's true. I mean, one thing I've actually been looking at, right, and something interesting. Let me get a fresh chart. Right, hang on. I need a proper fresh chart. Right. Let me turn Stonksy off for a sec. And let me clear all drawings. Is that so it's natural that when obviously price keeps going up, cycle over cycle, the returns diminish. Also, obviously the bottoms get higher. So, you know, naturally, like 1K or whatever it was in the 2016, and then, you know, you go to 3K, and then you go to 15K, and then you go to whatever. But the returns to the upside diminish as well. So obviously, you know, from I need a proper chart. Yeah, let me get rid of this. There we go. So from here to here, we did a 29x from the bottom to the top, around about what I can see drawing anyway. From here to here, we did a 20x. Now the bottoms have got bigger, but also the returns to the upside. No, that's not. I was wondering what I was talking about. That's not even what I was meant to talk about. I was meant to discuss the break of the all-time high. There we go. That's what I was meant to discuss. I was thinking in my head, that doesn't seem right for what I was trying to say. So, obviously, historically, you know, huge gains from the previous cycles. But if you notice, from all-time high to here, the one cycle, first cycle, second cycle, 16x from the previous all-time high to the next all-time high. Here, we had 250%, which is like a 3.5x. So naturally, I think it is going to be a case of where, as Bitcoin obviously grows and it takes more money to push it, we will see cycles where it will just obviously go up less compared to the previous all-time high. To say here is, you know, for argument's sake, the top. Then next cycle, you know, 200k, maybe a similar level to here, but then that would take it to 200k. That's why it's going to. That's why I think it's going to take longer to get to these dizzy heights that people think, because the returns diminish all-time high to all-time high. No, obviously that doesn't matter as long as you're not buying the all-time high constantly. I don't even know if that makes sense. It made sense in my head for what I was trying to say, but basically all I was trying to say is long-term, obviously the X's, the multiple X's diminish and you don't get them. So where we've seen Bitcoin obviously do, like, you know, a 20x and stuff like that, and a 30x over history, they you know, them results will diminish massively. I don't even know if that made sense or not. Let me know in the chat. I was thinking in my head that it did, but I don't know if I got my points across right. Anyway, back to the downside on Bitcoin. Win slight profit on the trade, $1.40, which gets you absolutely nothing. But yeah, there we go. We have had the red arrow come in, which is good, as well as the obviously red 5 minute. And I'm sweating a lot. To be fair, I've done quite well this stream. I've done quite well not to get as sweaty this stream. I am starting to get a bit hot and bothered. A bit hot and bothered. Have we had any more news? I just keep checking, mate, just to see if we've had any news come through. Oh. Oh, yeah, he said something funny in this, didn't he? It just doesn't seem like it wants to go up or down, does it? It keeps getting capped here, and it keeps getting capped to the downside. It's like it's pinned. It's like it's pinned. 3 minutes turn red and oscillator turn red. Oh, so that's lining up with the 5 minute. We've got a double confirmation on the 5 minute here, which obviously you guys know is my favourite on the 5 minute. These double confirmations. So, interesting. Very interesting. Yeah, the S&P's kind of pinned as well. Maybe Bitcoin's just waiting for the S&P to do something because obviously, yeah, just has mirrored this whole move up, hasn't it? Since that started pumping, that's where Bitcoin got its kick from. Now the S&P has obviously gone red as well, and is obviously struggling, just kind of consolidating in there. So maybe if that starts to take a downside tank, that's where we get the Bitcoin drop from, perhaps. But yeah, do make sure you drop a like, make sure you subscribe. And of course, if you want to come and trade anything with me, like we are placing these daily trades based on the poll results, do make sure you sign up to BLOFIN. It is first link in the description, and it is pinned in the chat, and I've just threw it in the chat as well. And it's non-KYC, as you can see, fantastic interface. And yeah, extremely secure. Also, if you're wanting to get Stonksy, get the indicator, the oscillator, bang, just turned it on. The Discord server access and the trading bot access. Just released a video on the trading bots today. Do please check it out after the stream. Special offer that went into the CSE newsletter today is 40% off your first month. So yeah, that's 40% off with code NEWS40. Yeah, news in capitals 40. So come over to the website for you people on YouTube. That is second link in the description. If you're on X, it's stonksy.io, or the website is in the X bio. And it's this plan that you want. Put News40 in at checkout in the discount box, and that'll take 40% off your first month. And yeah, you do get access to everything. So make sure you check that out. That code will expire tomorrow. But yeah, we're not really getting much movement, are we? So maybe it's going to be one of them days. Oh, sorry about that. I accidentally removed myself from the stream. I don't know what that looked like for you guys. What was I going to say? Yeah, maybe it's just going to be one of them days where we don't have much happen and it just goes sideways. Coinbase is ripping though. Coinbase is up 8%. Look at Coinbase go. Maybe Circle profits rotating into Coinbase, perhaps. Circle's obviously down. Maybe Circle profits rotating into Coinbase or what? I don't know. Is there any news around Coinbase? But it's up 8%. And Coinbase, it's obviously still got a bit of a way to go. But can it finally mount that charge towards all-time high? Can it finally mount that charge back to where it topped out on IPO and never went back there? Obviously, IPO listed, hit 429 on day one and has never been back there since. It's got to 368. as the height. So yeah, I mean, can it get back there? Is the question. But it's mounting a good charge. I mean, it's coming now close to its December high, isn't it? So big rally on Coinbase. But yeah, please do make sure you drop a like, make sure you subscribe, take advantage of that. I took the circle short. I didn't. I said, didn't I? In the Discord, if it gets close to 300, I'm going to short it, and I never. I didn't. To be honest, I forgot to set alerts on it. But yeah, thank you everyone for joining today. Make sure you come back tomorrow. I will have Save with Crypto on with me tomorrow, which will be a great stream as always. Last week's was very, very funny. I'm in a beautiful long on OKLO. Also got clipped for spot orders on CoreWeave. Oh, okay. But yeah, enjoy the rest of your day. Make sure you join me tomorrow. It'll be a great stream. Until then, yeah, make sure you take advantage of that great Stonksy offer and sign up to BLOFIN. Catch you all tomorrow. Bye-bye.